Hello and welcome to the third T20I of the IDFC First Bank T20I series, the third of 5 games. It's the Colosseum here in Guwahati, the ACA Stadium. It's game number 3 and an important one for New Zealand to survive.
Still a couple of players to come in who are on the ground here, and one it would be the favourite, but a really good performance tonight, and maybe Ogley. They've just got to be better, New Zealand. Got to be better across the board.
3 of the series. Straight away, Harshit Rana round the wicket, gets off the mark first ball.
Huge sigh of relief. He's sitting on 4. Sitting on 4.
Yeah, we've seen some left-handers outside.
Oh, what a catch! That is unbelievable! That is number 5 for Harshit Rana versus Devon Convoy. But that truly belongs to Hardik Pandya.
Brilliant piece of work. India have set a high standard early on in the piece yet again.
Beautiful, beautiful. Got a hand to that. But wasn't enough. Beautifully timed.
He's so easy on the eyes, isn't he? Every time he comes out to bat in whatever format, such a beautiful India were batting out of.
Chipped in the air, but in the gap. Will find the boundary.
Well, it was in the air, and even Murali Kartik said catch it, and he's sitting next to me. It's a bit unfair, I might thought. But it got away. It got away from Harshit Rana, and once it did that, what?
More runs here, more runs. Oh, that's superb effort. Kuldeep, the fielder, he saved one.
And we get a 3 on the ground here. We don't see many 3.
Nicely bowled. Somebody like Chapman bats at 5 or 6.
To the fielder and taken. Another good catch. Ravi Bishnoi. Back in the side after 9 months or so, or rather 11 months, and straight away contributing. This was a difficult one. A face of calm. That's glorious. No need to run for that.
It's such a fine shot. You just look at it, everything right about that, and that too off the way.
Instinctive. Oh, that's hit hard. That's hit very hard. I got a decent amount of hand to that, but wasn't good enough.
This absolutely.
I definitely feel.
Oh, I'm serious. Oh, look at that. That shows a number of things, actually. Very unusual cricket shot. Very. It shows how hard the wicket block is around the stumps, because that just flew into it and flew over the top.
Reg finds the boundary.
Somebody like him who's so good. Him.
That's a really nice piece of cricket there.
They've picked up 2.
Is it going to be Harshit to bowl his 3rd? Boundary of the last ball. It's turning out to be such a good over.
Game 2, back for game 3, and starts with a beauty. Oh my goodness, on the money from Bumrah. He cleans up Tim Seifert.
Amazing, isn't it? What a bowler this man is.
He's got to be at his best from ball 1.
Slightly slower one that time. 123, yeah, just
Reason? Maybe.
Yeah, New Zealand would have to do really well from here on to get to that 200-run mark. Wow. Are they preparing for an exam?
It's Kuldeep Yadav. Short, and this ground is too short for that. Early contender for Apollo Tyres Go the Distance Award, Mark Chapman. So lucky there. He played all over it, Mark Chapman, and still ends up getting a boundary.
I think New Zealand have realised.
Long way.
Goes straight this time. Played it differently in the previous T20, but this time decides to go absolutely straight. Yeah, too wide. Too into his body, and that's just easy access for Mark Chapman.
Yeah, with the field that he's got set here, Shivam Dube, mid-off's up in the circle, covers in the circle, so he...
Slower one. And is it a 6? Has it hit the boundary cushions on the full, or has it just pitched outside? That happens, or mostly never happens. Short arm jab. And commitment from Harshit Rana, but don't think he has pulled it back. So a 4 for Glenn Phillips.
Don't underestimate how good a shot this is. Just talked about.
He's bowled well. He started well in that spell in the power play, and he's continued to bowl well, Ravi Bishnoi.
He's awkward this.
Anything over...
Taken this time, sharp catch. There was no edge on that first ball, but there is one, and it's been snaffled by Sanju Samson. So the 4th wicket is down for New Zealand.
He's having a night, Bishnoi. He's coming to the side as a replacement player and is justifying the selection. Harshit Rana back into the attack. And a handy start. Mitchell hits that flat and hard and big. The first ball is the sighter, and that's all it takes. Back to 2 quite comfortably. There's the first one. There's the first one. It was a slower one from Kuldeep. He took the pace right off it at 87.2.
The pressure suddenly is on the bowler.
Phillips is lightning quick, so they pick on Mitchell. And he makes it. Smart cricket in the outfield, going at the slower runner from Nishan, but it's really good thinking, but Mitchell was...
Yourself in with another, 6 overs to go. So either you go that way and get to 160.
Which is unusual for this form of the game.
And that's the...
Very good cricket from Mitchell. He had to wait. He got into that position you talked about earlier in the over, but he had to wait an eternity for the ball to arrive, and he did. Just got it over the top. Just... That could be out. Straight down the throat of point it is. Mitchell didn't really get momentum into his innings this time around. Hardik Pandya strikes again. And Kishan takes the catch quite simply.
Well, this one was the quicker shot delivery.
For Mitchell, just over. Here's a chance of another wicket, and he's got it. Mitchell has picked out the same man in the deep, and New Zealand are falling over like a deck of cards here at the moment, playing into India's hands. Given this man a bit of a license to come into the side. He goes for 4 down the ground. It was quite nicely timed in the end by Mitchell Santner, but for Ravi Bishnoi,
Pace off, finds a gap, backward a point for 4.
Room outside the off stump. And when that happens, that is a quick to seize on that.
Hit hard, straight down the ground, and it'll race away for... Cleans him up, leg stump out of the ground. Another one for Bumrah. And this time it's Kyle Jamieson.
Nice one, Dom.
Ball is for 2. Chance, take him off, gone. Great work, Ishan Kishan with the flat throw. Bumrah didn't have a lot to do, but he had to take it cleanly. Oh, that's hit beautifully. Down the ground, I think it was pace off. That's a long way from Mitch Santner. Hesitation. Did they want the one? Did they not want the one? In the end, took it. High. Chance at deep mid-wicket. Coming round, takes the catch. The fielder well tonight. Have India. And another one down now. New Zealand lose their 9th.
That's the kind of control that he has over batters.
For the Yorker again, it'll just be 1. It's a brilliant spell from Jasprit Bumrah. 3 for 17 of his 4. Continues, but not at a great.
Yeah, 2 very good bowling figures. Bumrah
Is what Team India will require.
T20 World Cup in 2020. Was it bad batting from New Zealand? What they made of the conditions.
The bat, but
There's nothing wrong with this surface either. This is I say just keep going the way they're going.
At Raipur, which didn't happen.
They have to be straight through. Is that early enough? I think it might be. It's first ball, and Sanju Samson has missed out 3 in a row, and the stumps have gone everywhere.
saw a couple of these from Jasprit Bumrah early on.
Oh, goodness me. Here we go again. Unbelievable. Even a smile on the face of Matt Henry.
You get to see that bat speed in real time.
Oh, my goodness me. He's got a very early tee-off time if Ishan Kishan tomorrow morning. He is in a hurry, man. Dots. They'll run away for 4 more, I would imagine, on the shortish outfield. New Zealand won't get anywhere near chasing that down. What a first over, value for money. Oh, let's go down the wicket. What's good enough for me? It is good enough for me. This bloke is unbelievable. There is no fear.
How many times now, I think?
Didn't get it perfectly. In fact, that's almost the giant miss hit in terms of what we've seen, but good enough one-handed.
He stayed in the shot long enough to be...
Super. Has got the top 2. Not sure that he got as much as that as he wanted. In fact, just the single. So Conway did pretty well in the deep there. Oh, Simon, my faith has just gone over mid-off. Just for a couple. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It wasn't that bad a ball, but he's in such good touch.
I'm surprised you didn't say faith has gone over colours.
You need a bit of help with the other side of it as well. Nice fielding. Almost. Almost. It's just not going right at all, is it? There is re-signed and re-signed. Could get a wicket. I could get a wicket. I have got a wicket. Well, the same man didn't go through and hit the thigh this time. It stayed in the hands. And New Zealand have picked up their 2nd wicket. Maybe not 2. Maybe about.
There he goes again, making room for himself, has chipped it up. A lot of height, not the distance that he wanted, but a couple of runs.
Really good chase this.
That's gone into the stands. That's 6 more.
That is Abhishek's for you. Abhishek's. What a shot. These are the highlights. Ball.
Chipped it, again making room for himself, exactly what we were talking about. He prefers the offside, makes room and goes over covers.
And Jacob Duffy looked back at him there.
Oh yes. 6 more. My word, what a shot.
And this is what just one innings of 80 not out has done. One innings.
Well, that's a gift. That's an absolute gift. And 16 already from this over. Has that found the gap? Yes, it has. Well, what do you say to that?
Well, the New Zealand skipper not amused. The ball's bounced a little bit. He's tossed it up in the air, balled at about.
No timing there, slices it. Against New Zealand. Broken by Ishan. Did he get some bat onto that?
They might go upstairs for this if Tim Seifert decides to support his captain. No, maybe not. Clutching at straws, New Zealand.
Effortless. No chance of stopping that.
We ought to be worried because this man is back to his best as well. We've seen in the last game and now again.
Between them.
He's just toying around now. Square on the offside this time.
And I'd actually like to see a comparison of the first delivery, which is.
It's 4 more. Dragged down from Santner. Just punished down the ground. The match, the most 4s, Abhishek. Swept fine, and is it fine enough? It is. Beats Conway. Downtown he goes for a maximum. Use of the feet and timing again from the skipper. Mid-wicket and just chalk up half a dozen more.
Easy.
Over half century. And that will be another one for him. 4 this time. Back-to-back half centuries for Surya. Finds the gap for 4 more.